Are you excited to open your presents on Christmas Day? Are they under your tree yet? Have you been shaking them and poking them to see if you can figure out what they are? I know I have, but don't tell anybody. I love getting gifts at Christmas, and I love giving gifts as well. And gifts are great. But sometimes there's something better than something that we can get, and that's somebody. I don't know about you, but I've really missed being able to see my family this year. I live quite a long way from a lot of my friends and my mum and my dad and my sister. And this year with COVID and all of the restrictions, it's been really difficult to see them. And so I haven't seen them very often. And that's made me quite sad. I guess I'm not the only person that can say that it's not so much something that I wish I could have for Christmas this year, but somebody. Their presence would be better than a present. And actually, the greatest gift that was ever given in the whole of history wasn't something, it was somebody. It was a very special somebody whose birth we celebrate at Christmas time. Do you know who it is? We've got a very special story to listen to now, and that's going to tell us all about that very special gift.
It begins in Bethlehem, a nativity rhyme for Christmas time. A woman called Mary was doing her chores when an angel arrived, but not through the doors. He simply appeared, and she dropped to the floor. "Hello, Mary," he said. "God is with you." "God is with me," she wondered. "But what does that mean? What's this all about? Is it some kind of dream?" The angel just smiled. "Don't be scared. Please don't scream. God is happy with you and will bless you. God knocks down the proud and lifts up the meek, and does mighty things for those who are weak, and blesses the ones whose service he seeks. So sing out his praise. He's amazing. You'll soon have a baby," the angel went on. "A quite special baby called Jesus, God's Son. The heir of King David, he'll sit on his throne, and his kingdom will last forever." "But how?" Mary asked. "I don't understand. I'm engaged to be wed, but he's not yet my man." "Trust God," said the angel. "He's got it all planned. His spirit will come upon you." All night Joseph tossed, all night Joseph turned. He just couldn't sleep. He'd only just learned that Mary was pregnant. What's more, she'd confirmed that the baby she bore was not his. "Joseph, don't worry. Joseph, don't weep. Lay down your head and go back to sleep. Mary's been faithful. Her love's strong and deep, and her baby is God's own son. He's the answer to all that the prophets have said, so keep your engagement, be glad, and be wed." And when Joseph woke up, that's just what he did. He took Mary to be his wife. 1 hump, 2 humps. The star watchers watched the stars go by, looking for secrets in the sky. And then they saw a special star away in the west, away off far. "A king's been born, that's what it means, Judea way, or so it seems." They climbed aboard their camely beasts and set off west from their homes back east. 1 hump, 2 humps, lumpity lump. The star watchers went with a bump and a thump. 1 hump, 2 humps, lumpity lump. The star watchers followed the star. At last their journey came to an end. They parked their camels in Jerusalem. Then they went to Herod, king of the nation, to ask him for some information. "O king," they asked, they were quite polite, "somewhere round here on this starry night, a brand new baby king abides. Can you tell us where this child resides?" "Star Watcher's friends," King Herod smiled, "in Bethlehem you'll find the child. Would you tell me where you find him, please? The exact address would put my mind at ease." Herod, of course, told them a lie. He'd already planned for the child to die. When he found the boy, that's what he'd do, so the Star Watchers left without a clue. The shining star led them to the place, a simple house, not some fancy space. And when they saw the little boy, they gave him a pile of special toys. Presents, rather, fit for a king. a bunch of shiny golden things, a spice called myrrh, a sort of perfume, while smelling frankincense filled the room. Then in the night, they had a dream that showed them Herod's evil scheme. So they never said where the boy's house lay, but went straight home by another way. 1 hump, 2 humps, a lumpity-lump. The star watchers went with a bump and a thump. 1 hump, 2 humps, a lumpity-lump. The star watchers followed the star. So what is the point of angels and shepherds and camels and stars, you say? Is it just a nice story to tell to the children to celebrate Christmas Day? It's not just a story. It's not just for kids. It's the hinge on which history swings. That Bethlehem baby grew into a man who challenged all powers and kings. He taught us that love is better than hate, that serving beats being in charge. He showed us the value of each human life, the little as well as the large. And then on a cross, he died for us all, died to take all our wrongs away, and walked 3 days later right out of his tomb to turn death's dark night to day. And that is the good news the angels proclaimed. The heart of all Jesus would do. A new life for now, a new life forever. That's his Christmas present to you.
The greatest gift that was ever given in the whole of history wasn't something, it was somebody. It was God's special gift to us, his son Jesus. It was God's presence, not a present. Do you remember that phrase we learned to sign earlier? God with us. Shall we try it together? You ready? God with us. Very good. Emmanuel, which means God with us. God's presence, not a present. The greatest gift in the whole of history wasn't something. It was somebody. And his name was Jesus.